will see. And Cleveland Quarter is from Boise, Idaho. 155 pounds, 18-0. And he has 13 knockouts in his professional career. Former U.S. national amateur champion. Used to work as a repo man. And his opponent tonight is Ron Johnson. He is from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Weighed in at 157 pounds. He's 31 years of age. Professional record of 15-10 with 8 knockouts. And the referee is Lou Moret. Cleveland Quarter getting set. Quarter fought on March the 17th in Denver, Colorado. Picked up a 6-round win against Juan Soberanes. And Ronnie Johnson, he is a guy who in his last fight on March the 29th in Kenner, Louisiana, won a 4-round unanimous decision against Charles Ward. Round number 1 is underway. Quarter in the purple and Johnson in the dark trunks, in the dark green trunks. Johnson has been in against some decent competition. And Teddy, he's been knocked out by that decent competition. Fernando Vargas, Brian Barbosa for the USBA title back in 1997. Been in against another Olympian, Roche Wells. Lost a decision to him. So he's been in against good comp.
Yeah, he's been knocked out 7 times, as you were alluding to.
He's been in against good comp. He's been knocked out by good comp.
And Quarter has not been in with good comp, even though he has a great record. But he had a good amateur career. He was a U.S. national champion. Supposedly he had 152 bouts, Mr. Quarter.
I did a bunch of his fights here on ESPN2, and we broadcast the amateur tournaments. Very engaging young man.
Mr. Quarter is trained by Miguel Diaz. Been with a lot of good fighters, trains and handles a lot of good fighters, and managed by Mr. Cameron Duncan, who manages 2 world champions, Stevie Johnson and Diego Corrales.
Flash of heads, and it looks like there is a cut on the left eye of Quarter. Now, under the rules here in the state of California, accidental cut, 3 rounds have to be complete for a 4-round bout. And Quarter got tagged and got knocked down.
Set up by the jab. He never saw the right hand coming, Bob.
And he does not have his legs under him yet.
How many times have we seen guys with bad records but have fought better guys come in there and upset a guy with a great record but has not been tested? Mr. Quarter is about to be tested.
Blood streaming out of the left eye of Cleveland Quarter. And he eats another shot, and he is still wobbly. The cut was not from a punch, and you see that Johnson, who has a 15-10 record and who has been losing as of late, is smelling a chance for a rare victory.
Oh, yeah. See, he's been in with better fighters. And that's a big step up. This is a big step up for Quarter, who, as I said earlier, has to know.
Let him go. Let him go.
And even though he's fighting a guy 15-10, it's a 15-10 guy that, yeah, he's been knocked out 7 times, but been in there with top fighters.
Hold it. Watch it.
Cleveland Quarter still wobbly. Cut from a clash of heads here in round 1, and then knocked down.
You know what Johnson's doing wrong here? He's not using the jab to get in that right hand again. He's getting a little wild. The way he set up the right hand the first time was with that jab.
Cleveland Quarter needs regrouping in a hurry.
Okay, tell me the difference again.
That chain thicker.
Is it thicker than the longer one?
Yes, but not as long.
Jim, what do you think?
Well, while I appreciate the thickness of the...
Well, early in round 1, a clash of heads between Cleveland Quarter and Ron Johnson. Right there, and that's where the cut that Quarter suffered occurred. But more importantly, Cleveland Quarter got knocked down about 30 seconds after that situation. So Cleveland Quarter against Ron Johnson finds himself down 10-8 on the scorecards, at least our scorecards. We get set for the start of round 2. Johnson landed 11 power shots in that round.
Maybe that clash of heads distracted Mr. Quarter. First time in that situation, got a little distracted. Next thing you know, he's getting Quarter right hand. Part of the experience of this business, you have to be able to deal with everything and still keep your concentration. Because this business is very unforgiving.
Take a look at some punch numbers in the first round. And of the 14 landed by Johnson, 11 were power shots. Working the cuts in Quarter's corner, Stan Kelly.
So far, not a great job. Because quite honestly, you got to call the way you see it. Quarter came out with that eye leaking, as they say.
Now I see they have Lee Espinosa in the corner, and it looks like he'll work on the cut.
Well, they're going to need a more experienced guy, make a little bit of switch in the pitch stop, so to speak. You can see Quarter's more alert here. He's using that sharp jab, trying not to allow Johnson to close ground the way he did in the first round to score that knockdown.
And go. Step back. Clean. Break.
The way Johnson set it up was with a nice jab, and what happened was Quarter did not react to the jab. He just ignored it. He stayed right there, and the right hand was right behind it. It's like he got hypnotized by the jab.
Now Quarter coming forward, trying to press the action, but he seems to have steadied the ship a bit.
Well, he's got to make up ground in a 4-round fight. That's a 10-8 round. He's got to make up some ground and win every round.
He is fighting a guy that has been knocked out 7 times, as you alluded to.
No. Break clean.
But knocked out 7 times by pretty good fighters.
There, Johnson tried to double jab his way in.
Oh, pick him up. All right, hold it. Step back.
30 seconds to go in the second round. This is only a 4-rounder. Johnson just missed a right cross.
Stop. No. Come on. 10 seconds. Listen to the back.
As we hit the end of round number 2, Cleveland Quarter has steadied the ship, but he was dropped in round 1, and this is only a 4-round bout.
The forces of nature are waging a war, and the target is your deck. But Thompson's will stop them, because when others fail, Thompson succeeds, protecting your deck like no other, guaranteed. Thompson's Wood Protector. It never takes a day off.
I wouldn't dial 0 if I were you, stranger. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT.
For the same low rate, every minute, everywhere, dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
8 is enough. Dick Van Patten is here tonight at the Playboy Mansion, checking out the action. Longtime actor and avid tennis player. And it's kind of apropos that the boxing ring is set up on a tennis court here at the Playboy Mansion, but he's checking things out from ringside. Bob Papa, Teddy Atlas, Max Kellerman in Beverly Hills, Brian Kenny back in our studios at ESPN. This is Friday Night Fights presented by Miller High Life, Cleveland Quarter. And Lee Espinosa working on that cut. A clash of heads opened that cut over the left eye in round 1. Quarter was then dropped. Quarter steadied the ship, Teddy, in round number 2. But as you mentioned, in a 4-round fight, when you get knocked down in the first round, that is going to be tough to overcome.
He's going to have to call, quite honestly, on some of his amateur background and speed it up like they do in the short amateur fights.
Clean up after you.
But what he did better that round that I liked, he started using that snappy jab, and he just had one plan, not to allow Ron Johnson to close distance, to close the gap, to get close enough to land that right hand. And Johnson has that on his mind this round. You can see he's going to try to walk down. There he is. He's using that jab. He's going to try to walk Quarter down.
Johnson getting nice and low there, and Quarter wasn't able to get him, and he gets tagged with a right hand, does Quarter.
Well, you see the way he came out this round. He was walking him down nice.
Cleveland Quarter dropped in round 1 and hurt again here in round 3. The rope saved him from going down.
Johnson's doing a very simple thing. He's taking steps, using the jab. Now he's getting wild again, like he did the first round after he did the right thing to score the knockdown. Now he's doing the wrong thing to allow the guy to survive.
Oh, a left hand snap back the head of Quarter.
When Johnson uses that jab and takes steps forward, he closes into distance where he can land that right hand. And Quarter cooperates with him by going straight back.
Left hook by Johnson.
Johnson is reading the weakness of Quarter. Quarter will stand straight up, pose a little bit like a flagpole, and Johnson steps behind that jab, closes the gap a little bit. The right hand is usually there.
So undefeated, Cleveland Quarter, 18-0 with 13 knockouts against very limited competitions. Dropped in round 1 and then staggered here in round number 3.
Now here's the key again. As you said, got dropped with the same punch in the first round. The jab set up the right hand. But after that, he stopped using the jab and started winging it. That was a nice jab.
And the left eye of Quarter is a bloody mess, and he continues to eat right hands. And it's tough for your cut man to stop cuts when you keep getting punches bounced off that spot.
You have to give the medicine, the coagulant, which is usually adrenaline, 1/1000. You have to give it a chance to go to work.
Well, if Quarter doesn't get away from those right hands, the referee is going to count to 10 1,000 and count him out.
Yes, sir. Again, you can see very distinctly what works and doesn't work. When Johnson uses that jab and closes the gap, the right hand's there. When he wings the punches without the jab, he allows Quarter some time.
Hey, there might be a cut along the scalp of Johnson. There's some blood up there, and I can't tell if it's from Quarter or if it's Johnson's blood. But it's high on the head. Quarter just missed with a good short left.
He's trying to catch Johnson coming in. He's going to have a problem winning this fight in a 4-rounder.
Johnson dropped him once and hurt him bad a second time.
Want to color your gray beard or mustache and get a natural look? It's easy with just.
I'm here. You know, we had a Val Baker winner, outstanding amateur at the Olympic Games in '96, Vasily Girov, gold medalist, undefeated cruiserweight champ. But they tuned in to see this guy tonight, Butterbean. Butterbean, how do you feel?
I feel great. I told them I want to go to the mansion to have fun, so they put me in the game room.
Now you get this. What's your pre-fight routine, man? You getting ready?
I'm already ready. I thought I was going on right after Girov, but they want me to wait, so I'm waiting and ready to go.
Now the reaction to you, you're like a superstar, man. Is this everywhere you go?
I have a lot of fun. I mean, people can see that and they have fun watching me, and I really get a lot out of it when the people have fun watching.
All right, back to Bob and Teddy.
All right, thank you very much. We'll see Butterbean coming up in just a bit. Right now, Ron Johnson and Cleveland Quarter, 4th and final round underway. Quarter was dropped in the first round and severely hurt in round number 3 after a decent round number 2.
This fight is very simple. When Johnson takes steps and then lets his punches go, he's real effective. And the reason why he's real effective is Mr. Quarter stands straight up and goes straight back.
Take a look at some punch numbers from round 3. And through 3 rounds, Johnson has outlanded Quarter 45-16. Teddy, I think that, at least I have it, that Quarter would need to knock down Johnson here in this round and win the round in order to get a draw.
I have it the same way, partner.
And it'd be hard-pressed, even though Quarter is the undefeated kid and so-and-so, it'd be hard-pressed to find any of the judges that could have given Quarter rounds 1 or 3.
We talked about the losses to Ron Johnson, but hey, those were losses to Fernando Vargas, as you said, world champion, junior middleweight champ of the world. Jose Luis Lopez, who fought twice for the world title, top contender. Rashid Wells, an Olympian from the '96 Olympics.
And bronze medalist. And Brian Barbosa for the USBA title.
Top contender.
Yeah, there is a cut on the left side of the scalp of Johnson, but that's not a problem. Wild miss by Quarter. He's trying to open up.
Well, he has to. He has to gamble. At least on our scorecards. That was a good right hand there. He landed looked like he landed a good right hand and then a little push.
They got tied up, and even if Johnson was hurt, he could have been ruled a knockdown if they didn't get tied up.
You're right. That might have saved a 2-point round for Johnson, because if he didn't push forward Quarter and they didn't get tied up, Johnson may have staggered and Quarter may have been able to get credit for a knockdown. That push might cause Quarter the fight, because it looks like that punch did bother Johnson the way he's acting right now.
The corner of Quarter saying, get on him, get on him. They feel that their guy's got to get a knockdown. 15 seconds to go in the fight. Cleveland Quarter's undefeated record in severe jeopardy. He's having a good 4th round. He had a good 2nd round, but he was dropped once and hurt badly another time.
And it's hard to land that big punch when a guy don't want you to land it, and he's just trying to survive at the end like Johnson was.
So Cleveland Quarter cut and dropped by that man, Ron Johnson. A 15-10 fighter with 7 knockout losses may get a win. We'll get the judges' cards after this timeout.
A 1 to 2 to 4 mix of concrete increases in bulk 26%. 1 to 2 to 5 increases 18%. 1 to 3 to 5 increases. This is getting pretty heavy. Better lighten things up a bit. There you go, Professor. Now you're cooking. Sometimes the light way is the right way to live the high life.
What kind of beer you got? Food?
Anything else?
Haydn's Cello Concerto in C major.
Which performance? Gorski, Piatti, or Chin?
How's that possible?
Our jukebox is every performance by every artist of every piece of music ever recorded.
Could your business use the bandwidth to change everything? Ride the light. Quest.
Can't do it in life? Do it on the web with the power of the Pentium 3 processor. And find out how to get even more from the Pentium 3 processor at Intel.com.
A little drop of water. What could it do to your car's finish? Plenty. Unless you use Rain-X Ultra Wax. With the same super water-repelling action you get in Rain-X for windshields, it's easy to use. It makes water bead right up and roll right off, so it can't magnify the sun's harmful UV rays or form those nasty water spots. So use new Rain-X Ultra Wax. Nothing sticks but the shine.
38 of the 52 landed by Johnson. Power shots. A knockdown in the first. He had Quarter hurt badly in the third. Bob Papa, Teddy Atlas back at the Playboy Mansion with Max Kellerman, Brian Kenny in our studio. Teddy, you had it 38-37 Johnson. I agree. Let's send it up to our ring announcer, Amy Hayes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judges Marty Dankin, Lou Filippo, and Larry Rosadia score the bout 38-37, all for your winner by unanimous decision, King Ronnie Ron Johnson.
So Ron Johnson, a 15-10 fighter, is now 16-10. Teddy, we mentioned he had been in against the better competition, and Cleveland Quarter's 18-0 record is no more.
No, that's right. That's part of the problem, being brought up on real soft cotton candy. When you have to step up a little bit, sometimes problems.
Okay, let's check in with Brian Kenny. Butterbean still to come.
Yes, indeed, Bob Butterbean awaiting.